Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that teach us this word. Shalom unto the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth. Let's try to make it up out of here in truth and in sincerity. So first, I'm going to turn up the brightness on this, just so it can better be seen. And I just want to make a lesson on having a foundation in this truth and having a foundation in these scriptures from your youth. For the brothers out there that have kids who are in the position that they're able to teach their kids like they would like to, and are able to freely, bring their kids up with a good foundation. It's good to teach the kids, this truth from their youth. It's good to teach these kids that basic understanding of these scriptures from their youth so that they can have a foundation. Here I want to bring out Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. It says, "Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh." So that's saying while them, before they age into, being a teenager or into adulthood. And it says, "When thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." So you gotta, it's saying, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. You gotta have that foundation in these scriptures. You gotta have that foundation in serving the Most High from childhood. And the unfortunate part about it in this kingdom is that a lot of us aren't able to teach the youth the proper understanding of these scriptures, or the proper upbringing in this truth, where we aren't able to teach them their proper heritage, their proper background, because you have these nigger women who most of the time have custody of the children, and they're all into Christianity, going to church every Sunday. And you may have men of the Lord who are in the truth that want to teach the kids, the truth of these scriptures, that want to teach the kids a strong foundation. But the but these nigger women won't let them do that. And you have a lot of brothers in this truth who are lucky enough to teach their kids this truth. They're lucky enough to be able to give their kids that foundation. But the real, how it should be all around, is that all the youth should be learning this. All the youth should be learning this foundation. All the youth should be should have a strong foundation in these scriptures, so that when they grow up, they already have that foundation, and then they can increase and grow from there. They should all be able to get that milk while they can. At least the Israelite children, of course. So here I want to get Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. But in this kingdom, we aren't able to teach the youth like we want to. But once we get into our kingdom, once we're given salvation, and we're into our kingdom, where we have the laws back in our inward parts, where we're able to rule, we're going to teach our kids that we're going to teach our kids that strong foundation in the scriptures. That's going to be that's what normal parenting is going to be. That's what childhood is going to be based upon. All life is based upon these scriptures, is based upon this law. But we aren't able to base it upon this law in this kingdom. We base our life upon Esau's law. We base our life upon what Esau feeds to the kids. What he feeds to us who aren't in the know, and for us who are in the know. We Esau constantly pumps out what he wants to pump out, what he wants to pump out through this TV, through things that you see, and through this wickedness that you see all across America on an everyday scale. The kids watch TV, and now on cartoons you got homosexual couples. You got You got kids not serving their parents. It's so many things that kids are starting to see on TV, and that's how they're getting brought up. They're getting brought up with the wickedness that they see on TV. They're getting brought up with parents who are in this world who aren't teaching them the correct things. But once we get into the kingdom, we'll be able to teach the children how we properly should be teaching them. So Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." And why is he not going to depart from it when he's old? Because he's going to have that foundation from even when he's a child. One big thing that you carry from childhood into adulthood is that foundation that you learned from a child. Those early things that you're taught, that's installed into your brain. That goes with anything. When you first learn something, your foundation is what you're most confident in. Your foundation is what you are most well versed in, and then you grow from there. That's anything. That goes for any sport. You know, in anything you try to tackle. If you're trying to learn to be an artist, you gain that foundation in drawing. You get that foundation in painting, and your original foundation in how you learn to draw, how you learn to paint. That's what you're going to take with you from, once you become an expert. You're still going to have that foundation, and that's still going to be your bread and butter. That's still going to be what you go to. And that's how it's supposed to be with these scriptures from for all of us. We're supposed to have that foundation all the way from our youth. And so once we grow up, we already have that foundation, so we're well versed in it. We already got that milk. And then we can grow up and start gaining that meat. So here I want to get Psalms 78:4. It says, "We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord Yahweh and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children." So that's what the original intentions were. The Most High gave the law unto the nation of Israel, and we're supposed to teach that law unto our children. We're supposed to instill that law into our children. We're supposed to instill the fear of the Lord into our children. And now in this kingdom, you got children. You got you got parents giving children the opportunity to be atheists. You got children. You got parents giving children the opportunity to pick their own gender. When you got parents that don't pick a gender for their children. And as soon as children are able to comprehend even what gender is on the slightest level, then parents are letting them pick that. You got children who parents just let them run wild, do anything. And that's that's backward. That's a confusion, and the Most High is not the author of confusion. That's just one big reason why the Most High got to come back and destroy this place. Because it's all over. But the point is, we're supposed to be teaching the children in this law. We're supposed to be bringing them up in this law. So here I want to go down to verse 6. It says that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in the Most High and not forget the work to the Most High, but keep His commandments. So the intentions was that the law will be given unto the nation, and they would teach it to their children, and then they grow up with that law. Then they teach it to their children, and that it cycles over and over and over. But as we all know, the nation of Israel is a stubborn and rebellious nation. Here actually in verse 8 it says, "And might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High." So as we know, the Most High already, he put it right there. We we were a stubborn and rebellious generation, and so we started to lose that law. We started to follow the ways of other customs, other nations, and so we stopped teaching that law to our children, and here we are now in this kingdom. Children all over the place with no strong foundation in these laws or in these scriptures at all, you know. But hey, with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, L'char Kodash, and hey, Shalom.